two greats in IT industry. I am Luis and I'm going to talk about these two greats named Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. What do you think about his appearance? Cute? Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955. During his childhood, he went to a private middle and high school called Lakeside School. By the age 13, he started programming computer. He was a smart boy, but he was too full of spirit and tended to have often had difficulty at school. Uh, 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 Next, I'm going to talk about Microsoft, the world's most popular, biggest computer company. Microsoft was established in 1975 to develop and sell basic interpreter for Altair 8800. Microsoft dominated the home computer operating system market with MS-DOS in mid-90s 30s. Microsoft was Microsoft. There are many kinds of Microsoft programs that let us use. For example, there are Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Bill Gates and Steve Jobs had many business dealings dating back to 1977. He they once released the Apple Soft. His name came from Apple and Microsoft. Steve Jobs had uh, uh, when he was born, he was abandoned by his parents and he was adopted by another parent. Uh, his biological mother was American, while his biological father was from Syria. There are a lot of great inventions. But I researched all about this, but I don't want to bore you with this information. What would you like to learn about? If you ask, I will answer. Apple 1 was consist of small numbers and it is for computer lovers and engineers. While Steve Jobs procured the funds, Steve Wozniak planned it and created Apple 1. And Apple 2 is also designed by Steve Wozniak, and that's all. Lisa used the graphic user interface, and Steve Jobs obtained this information when he visited Extra's study center. Macintosh also used the graphic user interface. People realize how useful of graphic user interface. Next computer. Steve Jobs started to make the company that made a powerful workstation computer. But it was not popular in the market. But it made the world's first influential web browser. iMac is designed as a blue plastic bubble. It's not the first MP3, but it brought a lot of income to Apple. It is the phone. It affected today's smartphone.
iPad.
It is exactly the new computer. The similarities between Bill Gates and Steve Jobs are, they both dropped out of university. Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard University, and Steve Jobs dropped out of Reed College. The reason why Bill Gates dropped out of university was that he wanted to study more about computer and wanted to found his own company. The reason why Bill Gates, Steve Jobs uh, dropped out of university was that he didn't like the education at school. Uh, Second, they founded the Apple and Microsoft in a similar time. Uh, the differences between Bill Gates and Steve Jobs are Bill Gates born to a rich family, but on the other hand, as soon as Bill Gates was born, he was abandoned by his parents and adopted by not financially well off parents. And the third, their personality was different because Bill Gates is kind because he listens to what his dad said. However, Steve Jobs ignored what his dad said and wanted to dawn in his own way. Also, Bill Gates donated a lot of money through his foundation, but Steve Jobs rarely donated his wealth. Yeah. When I prepared this presentation, I learned a lot more about these two grades. I hope you also learn more about these two grades. Are there any questions?
Mm, or Steve Jobs has a friend like Steve Wozniak, or like best people together, or Bill Gates has any people who together.
Oh, why Lisa computer is why Lisa? Why Lisa computer is named Lisa?
Because it is the name of his daughter.
What's the differences between Apple 1 and Apple 2?
I think Apple 2 is more developed.
How? How do you
Apple 2 have screen, but Apple 1 didn't have a screen or like that. See.
Is there anything more things that Steve Jobs invented?
There are iPhone 1 and there are a lot of kind of iPhone and iPad.
Uh, if we then something we use big guy and why he named his computer and creation small life.
Because I think Steve Jobs focused on the design of his invention, so I think he could use big eyes, but I think he wanted to use small eyes for the design.
About next difference of next computer.
I'm next to
Next to an iMac. Computer
Next can sort outside of the apple, but cannot do that.
why he named his company Apple.
Because when he was at the Apple farm with Steve Wozniak, he wanted to name the company, but already there was a Apple, but so he changed the symbol as Apple that was by one.
Okay, very good job.